Oh yeah, it's live. Oh yeah, we're live. Yeah, we're doing it. Yeah, it's a Saturday stream. It's a Saturday stream, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Yeah. Make your way into the tower. Make your way in. Yeah. Find a seat. Or find somewhere to lean, or you know what I mean? Like just find yourself. You know? We're going to talk about it. We're going to get into it. Star Wars Celebration 2022. So, there's some good here. There's some good here, you know. There's some good stuff to talk about. There's some fun announcements. There were footage that was seen. I am curious too, by the way. And let me know, like, is the audio weird? Why does it sound so fucking weird to me? I feel like this stuff like changes every time I mess with it. Regardless, you guys let me know in the chat. Have they officially released at all the like footage, either the Mando's season 3 footage, or there was a little Ahsoka tease? There's leaked versions of it, but have they released any of that yet? You let me know. And why is this all the way down here? Sheesh. Fix that shit. Cool. Yeah, let me know. Have they? No. Okay, nothing official. Okay. Well, regardless, guys, I did say that I wanted to stream with you guys and talk about the different things that are out there. So that's what this is. We're going to do a little Saturday stream and break down all the announcements. The big announcements, of course, happened on Thursday in the morning, the Thursday morning stream. And then there were some announcements yesterday. We got the trailer for the next Fallen Order game, which was pretty dope. And then there were a lot of things announced today. And some things that they went over in the Mando Plus thing. I also haven't talked about Kenobi on a live stream yet. And I do apologize. We didn't do the watch party because basically, like, Lucasfilm announced that they were going to release the episodes early as I was already asleep. Like, I was sleeping, waiting to wake up. I woke up at like 1, and it seemed like half of the people had already started watching it. Some people weren't even awake yet, and then a ton of people were going to like watch it right then and there. So I just canceled the watch party because I felt like it was just going to be too crazy. So I apologize about that. So we can also talk about Kenobi a little bit as well. I'm down to just kind of chill with you guys and talk about it and get into the good and get into the bad, because I think there's good and I think there's bad. Yeah, I think many people tried to wake me as well. The problem was I was in a back to tank, you know? I was in a back to tank, like kind of trying to get my vibes right for the episode. And so, you know, it was on a timer. Nobody could really get in there. It is what it is. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Before we get too far into talking about all of this, I'd actually like to attempt to give a call to Jedi Mike. Oh, it looks like my Discord is actually just has to boot up. Yeah, but I'm going to try to call Jedi Mike. Jedi Mike is at Star Wars Celebration right now. He's our man on the ground, and I kind of want to do a vibe check, give a call to Mike and see what's going on over there and how things are. So let's try to give him a call, see if he's able to pick up. Let's see. Let us see if he can answer. I don't know how the service is in the different parks, and I know he's at the trading post. So we shall see. I'm attempting to call him right now. Mike! All right, well, we'll maybe try Mike again in a little bit. Maybe it's just something with the service over there. I'm not 100% sure. Regardless, ladies and gentlemen, let's just kind of... I'd love to get a sense. Oh, wait, I think we got him. Mike! Mike?
Hey, can you hear me?
I've got you, my friend. How are you?
I'm good. We're Trinity and I are literally just people watching out here. The sun is starting to come through the overcast semi-morning of Southern California. How are you, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good. So that's awesome. So you're in Anaheim, and you're have you been to the convention as well, or where are you guys? What have you been doing over there?
We haven't been to the convention. We're just interacting with people. We're talking about Kenobi. We're down here by the downtown Disney live stage in the Star Wars Trading Post store. They have an amazing sand sculpture that's down here celebrating Kenobi. And we're getting pictures with people and complimenting them on their new built lightsabers, and all kinds of just fun celebration stuff is going on. And there's balloons and there's Disney people everywhere. So it's
That's
very
awesome,
exciting.
Man. Yeah, how's the vibe? Like, how would you describe it? Are people you seeing like a ton of abundant Star Wars people out there celebrating?
Yeah, we have a very good vibe. I did hear one wife that was like, "Hey, you need to watch all the episodes. Don't talk about Kenobi yet, blah, blah, blah." So, there's that thing going on. Trinity's telling me his views. I got mine. People are talking about Stranger Things. Like, it's just nerdy stuff going on.
Nice.
We got Funko mini keychains. We got some Funko salt and pepper shakers and the other mini Funkos that we're going to be giving away. We're so grateful for the nerd coin drops and stuff. So it's going to be a long day, but a fun day.
That's awesome, man. Well, that's good. That's good that the vibe is strong. Real quick before I let you go, what are your and Trinity's thoughts on Kenobi so far?
Well, I will let Trinity jump on him. I'll pass the phone to him in a second so you can actually get his straight opinion. I don't want to speak for him, but for me, I thought it was beautiful. The cinematography, everything was good. I liked your breakdown, and I can see where the excitement is going, and I can see where the other stuff. But I'm a team half full Mike Porter stand, so I think out here we're just excited that we're getting all this new Star Wars content, and of course we actually are, just like Good Nerd Avengers saying, "Hey, why did they go live and why didn't they go live at Celebration?" But people are so stoked and talking about all the stuff that you're about to spill, the tea with the Rebels and the other things. So it's all live. It's all happening. Here's
That's awesome,
Trinity.
man.
I'm literally passing my phone to you, my man.
Sounds
Here
good.
he is.
Sounds good.
Yo.
Trinity, what's good, man?
Not much. What's going on?
Not too much. Just live checking in with you guys on the ground floor, and I wanted to get your thoughts on Kenobi. Why don't you tell the people what are your thoughts?
Ooh, I thought the 2 episodes, they were pretty good. Deborah Chow doing a pretty good job. Ewan McGregor stepping right back into the role like he never left.
True.
Have some nitpicks. I have some nitpicks about other people's acting performance in the series for sure. Mostly Reva seemed a little characterized to me.
Yeah.
And I think Leia seemed the same way, a little characterized. But other than that, I thought it was pretty decent.
Yeah, I think that's a fair take, man. I think that is a fair take. And how's the vibes? How's the energy over there in Anaheim?
It's good, man. Everybody's enjoying themselves, having a good time. Nothing but smiles over here.
That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. Well, I'm jealous of you guys. I hope you guys are having a good time. Maybe I'll check in later on. But thank you guys for doing that. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Okay.
Absolutely.
Bye, brother.
West Coast.
Take care, guys.
West Coast Nerd Avengers represent.
Yeah, West Coast.
There you go. Awesome. Good stuff. Well, it seems like they're having a good time over there. That's always fun, man. Star Celebration is a really, really good. It's just a good vibe. You know what I mean? I've had a great time all the different times I've been to Star Wars Celebration. So mad jealous of them, jealous of everybody that's over there, but glad that everybody's having a good time. So I would like to kind of get, I guess, your guys' take overall, right? I don't want to sort of start with Kenobi. We'll get into the Kenobi stuff. But as far as your general takeaways for Star Wars Celebration, like, where do you guys think you're at? Like, are you satisfied? Are you hyped up? Is all of the stuff that we're getting you really, really excited? Like, where are you guys generally at with Star Wars Celebration thus far? Because there will be a few things tomorrow. I think there's going to be some Bad Batch stuff tomorrow. There might be some surprises as well. But I think this is pretty much the majority of what we're going to get, right? So it seems like there's definitely some people that are a little bit let down. Definitely some people that are, hoping for more. Some people are saying, they're very positive. They're excited. 7 out of 10. It's good. Yeah. So, okay. So it's probably no surprise to many of you, if you've been watching me kind of tweet about this or kind of get into it. I've had some pretty mixed feelings about the celebration that we have received so far. Okay, so that's probably the most, I guess, positive or even-handed way that I could say it. Right? I'm a little disappointed in what we have received so far, if I'm being completely honest. So, I think there's plenty of cool stuff that I want to talk about. There's plenty of really exciting stuff that I do want to talk about. But maybe we should start with just kind of briefly talking about a couple of my frustrations. I think Mike kind of hit on one of them earlier, and that is the weird streaming schedule for Celebration. Okay, so I know there's like a ton of different takes about this. Maybe you don't feel as strongly about it as I do, but Star Wars Celebration has always had, or at least in the past, I should say, has had its major panels live streamed. So I recall in even when they were like in London or whatever, when they were just showing the Sizzler reel for Rogue One and that sick poster with all the helmets in the water. How many of you guys remember that? Put a 1 into the chat if you remember watching that on a live stream, man. I think I was watching it mostly in like a Starbucks, bro. I don't even think I might have just started making content around that time. Yeah. So I thought that was so cool, you know what I mean? And a lot of the other big panels are also live streamed. And I felt like it was very weird for them to not stream the big live action panel that they did, and for them to not stream the Mando Plus panel that they just did here. And I know some people will say like, oh, well, you got to do something special for the folks that are going over there, that are paying their money to do this. I got to be honest, I've never thought that the panels themselves, or I guess what I should say is, like, you don't pay all the money to go to Star Wars Celebration just for the panels. There's a ton of awesome stuff that you can only do at Star Wars Celebrations. And the experience itself, I don't really think can be replicated. It's a very fun experience. But, the idea that you have to restrict the release of this content from people at home in order to create more of a draw to the con or whatever, I'm not down with that. I don't vibe with that. And I also think it's a pretty poor way to get the fan base excited about your stuff. I mean, right now, there's leaked versions of all of this stuff out there, including the Ahsoka first look, the Mando Season 3 trailer, like all of it. It's all leaked out there. And most people are just so curious, and they want to know about it so much that their first impression of this stuff is going to come by way of a leaked video or a bad cell phone video or whatever. I'm trying to be as shareable as I can here, but big L in my opinion, big L at a time when it really should have been really and truly about celebrating, all of Star Wars out there. Now, there have been a ton of fun moments that have happened on the Celebration stage, Hayden saying this is where the fun begins, et cetera, like a lot of fun stuff. So overall, I'm glad that people are able to experience like a lot of those fun things. I really don't understand that. And so that it's like, if I'm being honest with you, like this celebration just in general has felt really lackluster. And perhaps this is especially because they've had so much time to prepare for this and to get this thing ready, right? And so, I think they delayed Celebration initially by 2 years, okay? On top of that, all of the movie announcements and show announcements, other than a few new ones, have been things that are already out there, that are on our radar, that were mentioned even by Lucasfilm. Do you know what I mean? And I especially don't like, and this will sort of be the next thing that I sort of really have an issue with, is the lack of discussion of the movies. You know what I mean? Like, for me, guys, for them to not come out and talk about their future movies in that big live action panel was mind blowing. Like, I made the video, and perhaps I went a little too hard initially on them, but I 100% stand by the idea that is ridiculous. Like, I don't really know how else to say it. You know what I mean? It is ridiculous. Sorry, what? There's gambling going on? Chet, shut it down. No, don't play that clip. No. Shut the gambling down. Hang on, now I gotta shut the gambling down from all these fiends are in here. Gambling away their gosh dang nerd coin. Sheesh. Okay. So. Movies. Do you all remember when Star Wars used to release movies? Like, do you remember when you would go to the theater and see a Star Wars movie? Do you remember that? Okay, so I also think it's pretty crazy that they would talk about what's the Warwick Davis movie? I don't even remember what it's called. I don't even remember. It has literally escaped my memory. What's the fantasy rip-off Hobbit bullshit that Warwick Oh, man. I'm trying over here. Willow. Yeah, Willow. Okay, Willow. Oh, man. I'm trying to keep it positive over here. You know, we just had that nice call in, the vibes, and everything's strong. Everything's good. We're okay here. We're okay. Willow. Bro, you couldn't fill a room full of people that give a shit about Willow. You couldn't. But you could fill a room full of people that were expecting Star Wars announcements and then show them Willow. You could absolutely do that. Oh, man. Whew. On top of that, Indiana Jones 5? Now, I know what some of you are thinking. I know what some of you are saying. You're probably typing it out furiously right now. But they did talk about the movies, Josh. Okay. So, yeah, they did talk about the movies, right? Two comments made. Two comments made by Kathleen. Let's pull them up. Hang on. Let me find them. Oh, man. All right, you ready? Guys want to see what she said? Okay. Let's zoom in on this, too, so you guys can see. Okay. Total film. Star Wars Celebration has led to some very exciting news, but I would say there was a curious lack of talk about the movies. There were reports that the next movie will now be Taika Waititi's Star Wars film. Is that correct? Kathleen Kennedy says, that's correct. Is that aiming for 2023? Yeah, well, not 2023, but late 2023. The December 2023 release date, we haven't locked anything in. Should we... Let's read it again. Maybe I got that wrong. Maybe I'm crazy over here. Maybe I'm crazy. Okay, let's read what she said. Let's read what she said again. Okay. Dude says, Star Wars Celebration has led to some very exciting news. But I would say there's a curious lack of talk about the movies. There were reports that the next movie will be Taika Waititi's Star Wars film. Is that correct? Kathleen Kennedy says, that's correct. Is that aiming for 2023? Yeah. Well, not 2023, but late 2023. Total Film says the December 2023 release date. And she says, we haven't locked anything in. Okay. Okay. Let's not panic. Let's not get too crazy. There was something else she said. Let's see if we can pull it up. Wait, where were her comments about the sequel trilogy stuff? Okay, hang on. I might have to find this on my own. Hang on. See if I can find this. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Bam, 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 bam. Hang on, I gotta find it. Okay, that's not it. If anybody could send this to me on Discord or something like that, that would be great. Maybe I can find it on the tweeters. Disney has blah blah blah. That's not it. Ah, man, she basically like teased out that they love the sequel trilogy time period and that they want to do more stuff in the sequel trilogy. And I would love to know like exactly what she said. All right, well, I'm having trouble talking about or finding it. Look, listen, everybody, listen. Let's not get hung up on the details. Okay, the bottom line was there's nothing really announced. Okay, and I know that. Look, man, let's be real. I absolutely set myself up for disappointment. Okay, 100%. What did I say about this when we were talking about it on Thursday? I think Thursday was the last time we were all together, right? What did I say? I said, oh, man, it would be really crazy and pretty cool if Kathy came out or whatever, and they basically just said, hey, here's our plan. Here's the movies. Here's what they are going to be about. Here's our North Star. You know, this idea that was sort of teased out in the Vanity Fair article, which I probably wouldn't have been as hyped up about it had it not been for the Vanity Fair article. But in the Vanity Fair article, it mentions their blueprint. It does talk about how Taika's movie is more of a part of that than Patty Jenkins' film. And so... yeah, man, I expected that after, you know, the break that they had taken from movies and the fact that Star Wars Celebration hadn't happened in 2 years, and also the fact that, you know, there was really nothing last year on May the 4th. There was really nothing last year for Disney Plus Day. And you start to make sense of that, at least I did, by saying, okay, well, Celebration will be the big one. You know what I mean? Celebration will be where they put a lot of that stuff. So that's not really the case. And I found that to be rather disappointing. Your mileage may vary on that, okay? So what about the good announcements? What about the positive stuff? Like, what was the deal? Well, we found out that Andor going to release later this year. I believe the Andor release, let's double check it. It's what, August 31st, I think? Yeah, August 31st. Okay. You get 2 episodes. They talked about how I mean, and that trailer was really cool. You know what I mean? Like, I thought the trailer that they released for Andor was sweet. It shows off a lot of fun stuff, a lot of fun possibilities with a show like that. And again, as I've said before, I'm pretty excited for Andor. I actually think it's going to be pretty sick. 12 episodes. Oh, my goodness, I'm going to sneeze. 12 episodes. Then you're going to get a second season of 12 episodes that takes you right into Rogue One. And I am excited about that. And that's cool. And the trailer looks good. But this was followed by, in my opinion, a couple pieces of news that are kind of a bummer, that were kind of floated out as though they were positive things. And that is that, number one, The Mandalorian Season 3 will not release until February of next year. February of next year. There were a lot of rumors that it was going to be late this year, but that is not the case. You will not see Mandalorian Season 3 until February of next year, and then you're going to get the second season of Andor maybe next year? I know Ahsoka is also coming out in 2023, so Ahsoka's not coming out later this year either. So you basically have next year. You know, Kathy kind of said that she thinks Taika's movie will still hit at the end of next year. I see no way that's going to actually be the case. Let's go to Poll Town, man. I want to go to Poll Town. Because I'd love to know. I really do want to know. Am I on the outside of this? You know what I mean? Am I being crazy? It's obvious that I have major problems with Lucasfilm right now. So I'm trying to be fair. You know what I mean? I'm trying to be open to the possibility that I'm just super jaded at this point. And I want to know what you guys think. Do you think Taika's movie will release next year? I'm going to be honest with you. I think Taika probably saw those headlines. And he probably was like, hey, yo, what the fuck? What the fuck is this shit? Kathy, what the fuck is this shit? That's just my opinion. Yo, Weenus the Wise, welcome to the Nerd Ventures. You are a Nerd Venture now. So, yeah. It looks like next year, no Star Wars movie, but 4 Star Wars shows that seem really awesome, right? So you're going to get Mandalorian Season 3, which the trailer looks sick. I mean, I've only seen the leaked version of it, but it looks amazing. Lines up with the leaks, by the way, but there's a lot of fun stuff that I think is going to happen in that show. Seems really cool. You're going to get the Ahsoka show. There was a little tease today. They brought out Chopper. In the teaser, you see Hera, which is pretty sick. You see Hera. You see her from behind, so you don't really get a look at who the actress is or how she's going to look in the show. But I mean, it's Hera. You got the announcement, or I guess the official confirmation of Natasha Lee Bordizzo as Ahsoka, which is pretty cool. And of course, you had Rosario Dawson. They did show a little sizzler as well, and man, it looks cool. It looks cool. It's got like Dave's aesthetic. It's got a lot of like. Almost like Eastern music, a lot of Eastern influences in it. It looks like it's going to be sick. I'm super excited for Ahsoka, right? So you've got those 2 shows, maybe Andor Season 2, not 100% on that, right? Then you're also going to get the John Watts show. And they gave the John Watts show an official name. I believe it's called Skeleton Crew. Yeah, Skeleton Crew. And Jude freaking Law is going to be there, and this is going to be a show with a bunch of young actors in it, like around 10 years old or something like that, but they were very adamant about saying it's not a kids show. And I actually think that has to do with wires being crossed, because a lot of the scoopers were being really confused by, like, is the John Watts show a High Republic show? Is the John Watts show not a High Republic show? And we found out later there's actually a different, very young adult, like all the way kids show that's coming out next year as well that will be set in the High Republic. I'm not even, like, I'm sure I could scroll up and find what the name of that show is too. Star Wars something or other, right? Young Jedi Adventures, is that it? The Young Jedi Adventures? Star Wars original series. Yeah, Young Jedi Adventures. Okay, so that's cool. For the youngins, for the younglings. So it looks like that's kind of what you're getting next year. Is you're gonna get the John Watts show, and I love John Watts. You know, I think he's incredible. So I actually really am looking forward to that show. Mando season 3, I think is going to be straight fire. Ahsoka is going to be incredible. Andor season 2, I mean, you know, got to see Andor season 1 first, but they're obviously very confident in it, and it seems really, really cool. So despite no movie announcements, and I think them really trying to like fool us a little bit, I feel like they're Jedi mind tricking us a little bit, you know what I mean, and trying to get us to like, because even Kathy was saying some stuff about how like the Kevin Feige thing is the rumor mill, and you know, not really wanting to commit to anything with the films. Even though in 2019 they dated and talked about movies. You know what I mean? So it's like, it feels a little bit like a Jedi mind trick, right? So, you know, I'm very excited for all the stuff that we're going to get. But I think my overall takeaway ultimately from just the whole thing was like, damn, dude, they really still don't have like a foundation. They don't have an overall plan. Like, there's just no way Taika's movie even like exists right now. You know what I mean? I'm sure he's got ideas. I'm sure he's got concepts, but Thor is, you know what I'm saying? Like they've been working a lot on Thor. He's got a whole nother movie as well that he's working on. It's just odd to me. You know what I mean? It's just frankly pretty odd to me that is what we got at Celebration after 2 years of a hiatus and a major lull in Star Wars content and in announcements. Now, I think that a lot of the stuff that happened today for Mando Plus, it seems very cool. It seems very positive, you know? The Mando stuff seems awesome. You know, Bo-Katan heavily playing up Bo-Katan versus Din. I think that's going to be pretty sick. I think that the Jedi, not to jump around, but the Jedi Fallen Order thing, that looks very sick as well. You know what I mean? That looks like it's going to be absolutely fantastic. I was a little irked that Putin, how do you say those aliens? The Putapawans? The Putapawans. That the Putapawan that they had in that trailer looked so much better than the Grand Inquisitor. I was a little like, you know, but that's okay. And yeah, the Ahsoka show is likely going to be pretty freaking awesome indeed. Star Wars. Okay. So, let's get real about something, okay? I legitimately was pretty disappointed, okay? But there was one announcement that caught me off guard and that really, frankly, saved the weekend for me. And I think really we'll probably look back at it and be like, okay, this just saved Star Wars. You know? Like, there's a lot of, let's just say, division out there, you know? Let's just say, frustration, confusion, Reva. You know, there's a lot of things going on. But I think we can all agree that the absolute king is back. And I'm talking about, of course, a Babu Frik. Babu Frik. The coolest character to ever be invented in Star Wars. Maybe ever, but definitely since your favorite character. Babu fucking Frik is going to be in The Mandalorian Season 3. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. And you know, it's so Star Wars because just when I think I'm out, they pull me back in. Just when I think I'm out, they pull me back in. I made this meme. Okay, so I made this. Oh, jeez. I made this meme. Yes, this is Babu Frik. And look, you know, I think I saw somebody in chat just now being like, who's Babu Frik? Look, don't embarrass yourself. Keep those fucking questions to yourself. Don't embarrass yourself in front of everybody else, okay? You can ask someone later. So look, even though it's kind of a mixed bag, and even though I'm trying up here, guys. You know what I mean? I'm trying. If I'm being completely honest with you, yeah, it was a little bit of a bummer. It's a little bit of a bummer, you know? But I think that I'll tell you this. I'll tell you a couple of different things, okay? Number one, you'll probably never hear me complain about the MCU and this little, kind of downturn in Phase 4 ever again. I will probably never complain about that shit ever again, because a slight pullback in the quality of your content and a little less connective tissue, fun cameo, all that kind of stuff, at least there's shit happening, okay? And at least they release shows, and at least they're doing movies and all this different stuff. So I'll probably never complain about this little downturn again. On the other hand, it is obvious that Lucasfilm is struggling a little bit with likely the same thing that a lot of these studios are struggling with, but also I think a little bit more. I think even if you're being fair, I think you would have to admit that Lucasfilm, there's some stuff going on, and they have been unable to either sign big talent or to get some people that really want to, helm these movies moving forward. I think it's pretty damn obvious that Rogue Squadron, that shit ain't happening next year. That movie might never happen, and they don't want to talk about that. They don't want to hold any L's. They don't want to admit that, yet again, created differences has, slowed their whole role. And I think that, if anything, it's all of the same old stuff that we knew was happening and that we knew was going to be announced and that was coming down the road. And that's what we got for Star Wars Celebration. So, look, plenty of still fun stuff to get excited about. I certainly haven't let it crush my brain and turn it into mashed potatoes. Certainly not. I'm feeling good about all of this. Anyway, okay, let's just get into Q&A, guys. I'll go over some of the super chats, member chats, etc., and then we'll hang out in the chat for a little bit as well. And we can just shift. I want to see what you guys want to talk about, whatever's on your mind, of course. Yeah. Let me see if I can pull this up a little bit here. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. Also, sorry I just basically twerked in front of all of you, but I have to put the air conditioning on in here because it's absolutely ridiculously hot. I can feel the scorn of all of the Star Wars fans being really angry with me. So... and look, I did a video breaking down my thoughts on Kenobi. What are your guys' thoughts on Kenobi? Maybe we should talk about that before we get into the Q&A. What do you guys think? Babu Frik? Yeah. That's what some people call him, Reva is a good character. I think the acting is suck. I almost feel exactly the opposite. I feel like the acting was actually good. I feel like the character is not. Kenobi was amazing. It's alright, says Liquid Shogun. I didn't like it. Loved it. Okay, how about this? Can you guys give me your score for the first two episodes? Combine them. Can you give me your score out of 10? What do you think? As far as what I've seen online, I think most people really liked Kenobi. You know what I mean? I see a lot of talk about Reva. You know what I mean? And that's gonna happen. So it looks like we got like a lot of 7s, 8s, 9s. But that's generally speaking pretty high. You know what I mean? Like, I think we gotta admit that's pretty high. Those are good scores. You know what I mean? Yeah. 8 out of 10? Wait, what? 15.5 out of 20? That, I don't understand. 10 out of 10. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The leaks are true. The leaks are true. But, to be fair, there were also some things that the leaks didn't have. And there were some discrepancies. So we don't know for sure. There could be some difference, there could be some difference. Yeah. So I think Kenobi is doing its job. You know what I mean? And I think that if the rest of the show is as good and it sort of builds up the way that it should, I think that we're going to be fine. And I think a lot of people are going to love the show. I think there's going to be a good bit of people that just don't. And there is going to be a lot of people that probably take issue with the ending and that end up really not liking Reva, right? And I think Reva, that's such a quagmire to get into. I almost don't, it's so weird because I almost don't have as many problems with the character specifically. I don't like the way the character's being used. And I definitely don't like how the Inquisitors, who are supposed to be, really menacing and, they know what they're doing and shit, I don't like how the Inquisitors are meant to look lesser to Reva in the show. That just feels so weird to me, So, yeah, I think that there will certainly be some people that are really upset by the show. But I think generally speaking, if the show, if the Anakin stuff is sick, dude, because, look, I've watched both episodes twice by now, or at this point. And I like the show. I like what it's doing. The Ewan stuff is absolutely incredible. I like Leia, and I think she's really well handled, actually, in the show. Bail Organa is incredible. Definitely don't remember Bail being that incredible, but I'll take it. That's fascinating and really, energizes the show. The problem is the Inquisitors are the weakest part of it, and they're kind of lame. And there's definitely some head scratching stuff going on. And bro, they don't give a fuck about canon. It just doesn't seem like they give a shit at all. That's just my opinion. Doesn't feel like they give a shit. So we'll just see. And for me personally, man, I'm really looking forward to new Star Wars. And what I mean is really away from familiar characters and points in time that are happening before or after other established points in time. I think that even if the Kenobi show had been absolutely flawless, and you would have still had people that feel as though it's breaking canon or that feel as though it's no blame. So I just say, why do they keep doing that? Why do they keep set themselves up for that kind of a stuff? You know what I mean? So my overall takeaway for Kenobi is good. Great in moments. There are great moments, but overall not great. But good. And maybe that's good enough. We'll just have to wait and see. My issues with Star Wars right now, I think, are way more on the shoulders of Kathleen Kennedy, way more on the shoulders of the PR team over there, the HR team. That's really where I'm at. I'm severely let down by those people. The people that are actually making the content, even though Kenobi's not perfect, that's high caliber Star Wars content, and that's the kind of stuff I want more of. So I think it would be kind of stupid to be overly picky, I guess, for Kenobi, but I also really want to move past all of this stuff. You know what I mean? It's too close to it's too close. All this stuff, it's too close. Leia being around Kenobi that much, and other people are calling him Obi-Wan in scenes where she's right there. I'm just not down. I'm just not down. So anyway, okay. Let us get into the Qs and the As. And unfortunately, I didn't pull it up in perfect timing, so I have to go through the back channel part. But I do have it pulled up now for different member chats and everything like that. So, look, we'll go through these. I'm curious to see what you guys think. I'll answer any questions that you have. We'll hang out in the chat for a little bit as well. I think that Nerd Theory on Monday is going to be a particularly good episode because we'll have a lot to go over. I'm hopeful that Star Wars will release some of these trailers publicly. Again, I think it is pretty freaking weird to have it all, just seen at Celebration. So I'm not down with that, So maybe we'll have more to talk about later. Okay, Doug says, with a $10 holla, thoughts on Kenobi leaks from Making Star Wars and Bespin Bulletin after episode 1 and 2. The leaks in episodes seem quite a bit different. Really? Give me hope the leaked ending is going to be different. I see some differences. They seem pretty much the same to me for what I read. There are some differences. But I also think... look, I don't know what you want me to say. We're going to have to wait and see. You know what I mean? We're going to have to wait and see. And I'll tell you this. People that already have a problem with Reva, that's not going to get better. You know what I mean? That's not going to get better. And I think there's something to be said for inventing a whole new character for the show and sort of trying to force their importance. You know what I mean? Like, I get the other side of it. Like, in the Steelman argument for it, sure. Like, there's, to a degree, all of these characters are new to certain audience members. I get it. But it feels a little bit wrong that this brand new character is being shown to be so much more brutal and adept than the other Inquisitors. And also, she knows Anakin Skywalker is Vader. And she delivers that shocking line to Kenobi. Like, there's just something about it that doesn't feel right, man. And that just small amount of annoyance for me, which is really all it is. It's just annoying. I'm like, fucking why? You know what I mean? It's just annoying. But I think for a lot of folks, that's already contempt. And my issue with Star Wars overall is that they took a show. My big sort of problem with this is that they took a show that should have been a perfect, everybody come together into the living room. Let's enjoy this together. It is a love letter to, I think, a beloved time period of Star Wars. The prequels were incredible, man. And for a lot of us, we never got to enjoy the prequels together and these characters, and that culture, out in the open in this kind of a way. And they created a brand new character for it and kind of wedged her in the middle of this story with all these familiar Star Wars things. And I probably would have just told them, maybe, do that in a different show. Or perhaps we could have Reva have her own show, or something like that. It feels disconnected to the point that they're either just so ignorant of the current divides that are in the fandom that they should kind of be yelled at for that, or they're aware of it and they don't care, which is just as bad. So I'm over here personally not having that big of a problem with it. However, what do you guys think? You know what I mean? Many of you were there in Theory's chat. We'll see how the chat is on Monday. How's the chat here? You know what I mean? A lot of people love the Reva character. You know what I mean? Let me know in the chat right now, right here. You know what I mean? We'll just have to see. But I think it's pretty obvious that the sentiment around this character is not that positive. So that was the first super chat. Oh, man, we can't give that kind of answer to all of them. But, Doug, I appreciate it. Hyper700 says, Sabine hype. Also hype for Jedi Survivor. Yeah, Jedi Survivor looks absolutely incredible, dude. That's a real highlight of the show for me, absolutely. And Sabine's great. I love Sabine. She's an incredible character. And I think Natasha will rock it. Ali Aloha with a $10 holla. Very generous. Says, Lemonade/Silver Lining. Disney asked them to wait for D23 Expo in September. That is the only optimistic option for no new movie info or additional casting info with Ahsoka at Star Wars Celebration. If not, yeah. Yeah, look, I don't know how excited I can be about potential Star Wars movie announcements. You know? I think at this point it would probably be better for my mental health if I expected nothing from any time Star Wars was going to make an announcement. If I expected them to throw sand in my eye instead, I would perhaps be set up for a little bit more of a positive encounter with every opportunity that continues to happen over and over again where they could announce an update or something about a Star Wars movie. So, yes, while it is possible that D23, didn't we say that before? Weren't we like, oh, no, dude, it'll be Disney Plus Day. It'll be D23. It'll be Star Wars Celebration. I'm kind of starting to get to this point where I'm like, I'm just going to wait. You know what I mean? And we'll see. So I'm hopeful that they will eventually make some movies and that they'll talk about them. That would be great. Kevin 0326 says, I hope John Watt's show is good, but if people don't like it, they can use the excuse saying Star Wars is for kids since the show is not for kids. Yeah, I guess so. And I have a lot of faith in John. You know what I mean? I like John. I think John is a really good director, writer. So we'll just have to wait and see, man. We know very little about it, you know? Jude Law. I like Jude Law. Do you guys like Jude Law? I like Jude Law. Proxy says, Grand Inquisitor has 2 stomachs, FYI. Guys, I can't anymore. I can't anymore, man. I'm trying here. How many more? Can we do a real talk here? Real talk. How many more minutes in this stream do you think I can continue to answer these questions without freaking the fuck out? Can we just? How many do you think I got? How many more? How many more? Yes, you're right. Babu, you're right. Babu. Hey, Babu. Every time I start to go towards the dark, I'm just going to be like, Babu Frik is back. Babu Frik is back. You're right. Babu Frik. Okay. All right. Cool. No, it's fine. No, you're right. The Grand Inquisitor has 2 stomachs. Okay. Harris says with a $5 holler, Kenobi's dope so far, but bro, binge watch Stranger Things 4 Volume 1, and dude, it was insane. 10 out of 10, no doubt. Yeah. I'm actually, like, we were doing the same, man. We were doing the same. And Stranger Things is incredible. Like, incredible. So, highly recommended if you're into Stranger Things. This season is incredible. And as a big Dungeons and Dragons player like myself, dude, Vecna and D&D and all that kind of stuff being in there, it's so incredible. So incredible. What a fun show, man. What a fun show. Weenus the Wise says, I worry that Reva's arc is going to be too similar to Trilla's from Fallen Order. Yeah, that's definitely, I think, a concern to have. We'll just have to wait and see, brother. Elijah says, Reva trying to get brownie points to get an audience with Vader so she can kill Vader, but she underestimates his power. That would actually be kind of sick. I'd kind of be down. I'd be down with that, actually. That sounds awesome. I'm down. If that happens, I'll be like, let's go. Mr. JB says, Star Wars Survivor, yes or no? Well, first of all, thanks for the 10 spot, man. That's very generous. I say yes. That seems incredible. I really like the first one. I didn't love the first one, if I'm being honest, but it's good. You know, it's a good game, and I think this one will actually probably be much better. Very, very cool. Yeah. Okay. Timothy Lang, dude, why is my audio so weird? Oh boy. I don't understand. I don't understand why it's so weird. Anyway. Okay. Timothy Lang says, how would you have had Kenobi find out about Vader, Anakin? I was fine with how it happened. Well, honestly, like, the more I thought about it, the more, like, I would just replace all of Reva with the Grand Inquisitor. And having the Grand Inquisitor do it, I think, would have been a little more sick. I mean, look, I'm a huge Rebels fan. I love the Grand Inquisitor. I think he's menacing, terrifying. And, man, he's so creepy. The way he talks to Kanan, it's like, those scenes are dope. So it would have hit a little bit better for me if that was the case. There's also, I mean, it's not terrible the way that it happens. I think it just introduces so many questions. And again, the character feels like it's being almost injected into these very privileged, canon important areas. So it just feels a little inorganic to me. You know what I mean? So that's probably, I mean, in many ways, that's probably just me. You know, I think there's other people that probably really enjoyed it. So Proxy says, redemption arcs are ruining good villains in Star Wars, in my opinion. Not everybody turns good, and it's becoming too predictable. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, look, we got to wait and see what's going on with Reva specifically. I don't think she's just going to go full-on light side. I don't think that's exactly what's going to happen. And perhaps there's some really interesting stuff going on there. You know what I mean? Like that Vader thing where she's trying to kill Vader. I actually really like that. So that's kind of a cool idea. It's just, again, to me, it's not even Reva so much. I think Moses actually brings it in the performance. Like, some people are complaining about the performance, which I think is weird. I think the performance is good. You know, I think she's menacing. I think it's, like, really cool. The problem is the Inquisitors around her. Like, why are they so hell-bent on stopping her from doing damage? Like, it just feels like so artificial and unearned. And maybe it's because, like, we're just meeting the character. But, like, who the fuck is this character? And why is she even there with the Inquisitors? And yet they all fucking hate her and think she's bullshit? Like, it just feels so weird. And then, like, she wants to go, she wants to, like, threaten Owen and stuff. And the fifth brother's like, we don't do that, Reva. Reva! Like, it's like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. It's the weakest part of the show. Anyways, moving on. Tom Riddle says, of course we love Jude Law. It's Dumbledore. That's true. That's true. That's true. Carl says with a $5 holla, I love your positive attitude today. Star Wars is back. In 2025, I think. Canon Schmanon. Yeah. Look, we're trying over here. Okay? I think, yeah, like, no, look, I know a lot of people. Here's the truth. Here's the deal. I not in a good place with Lucasfilm, but I'm trying not to let my own personal feelings like overwhelm my coverage or like, you know, kind of poop on everybody else's parade or whatever. Like, frankly, there's still a ton of fun stuff to be excited about for Star Wars. So I'm not trying to like totally dwell on it, and I'm going to try to not be like such a grumpy individual. But man, the lack of movie announcements to me was like, that was the craziest shit. I kind of still can't believe it, if I'm being honest with you. Like, are you kidding me? But hey, look, we're trying over here. Maybe some of you guys are like, go full dark side, and some of you guys are like, ah, man, like Josh is such a butthole. The truth is probably in between. James says with a $14 holla, I grew up with the prequels and watched them on repeat. Reva revealing that Anakin is still alive is not sitting well with me. Hayden getting the love he deserves in Celebration has made me emotional. Yeah, I think that's fair, man. I think that's fair. It's just that it feels a little unearned, and it feels like it's a little out of nowhere. You know what I mean? And I think that's perfectly fine to feel that way. We're gonna have to wait and see how it all hits us overall. You know. Kevin says with a $5 holla, the two stomach thing actually something theory set up. I guess that alien race does have two stomachs. Oh no, I know they have two stomachs. I'm just personally kind of fed up with like having to read like the right fucking art book that was released 5 years ago to try to make sense of a crazy ass scene in a. I'm just a little tired of that rigmarole, and it makes me laugh a little bit. But I do understand what you're saying, and any way, any booklet, any art book, calendar bullshit thing they got to pull off to keep that character alive, I'm here for it. Purple Funk says, Babu Frik, my new mantra for when Star Wars makes me cry. That's true. Let me just focus on Babu for a second here. Okay, we're feeling good. We're feeling good. Nerdtacular with a $5 holler says, sounds to me like Reva's just trying to get that Darth D. Keep it blinking, Josh. Nerd Adventures for life. Hey, that would be kind of cool, too. Honestly, I'd be down with that. The show's going to take a weird turn, then. Jay says with a $5 holler, Bale at some point could tell Leia that Jedi Ben is Obi-Wan later down the road. Wait, what? Bale at some point could tell Leia that Jedi Ben is Obi-Wan later down the road. So here's one of my problems with this. There are characters like Kumal that call him Obi-Wan right in front of Leia. Leia also says, all of this for you? Who are you? So she's obviously curious about who he actually is. So the idea that Leia doesn't know Obi-Wan after this show, it like I can't marry those two concepts and ideas anymore, you know? And that's kind of what I said is that, like, to me, like, I know they're trying to, like, they're not trying to just destroy canon, you know? But to me, Babu Frik, you cute little fucker. Babu Frik is coming back. Babu Frik is coming back. Did y'all know that Babu Frik was coming back? Probably the best Star Wars character ever invented. Did you know that Babu Frik is coming back? Did you know? James says, the $14 holla, very generous, says, hope Vader pulls a Trilla on her, but instead say something like, you doing too much, LOL. You're one of my favorites, Josh, if not my favorite. I'm a huge Star Wars fan, and I freaking love your Marvel content. Well, thanks, James. I appreciate that. Okay, guys. All right. And then Mike Porter says, happy birthday to Jedi Jen. Hey, happy birthday to Jedi freaking Jen. Happy birthday to Jedi Jen. That's awesome. All right. No, I probably did not. Kalisto, let me see. Okay, so I got a couple of member chats here. Let me go over these, and then we'll hang in the chat, okay? Oh, God. Okay, so Kalisto says, I love your Kenobi breakdown. It's my top 10 favorite Den of Nerds videos. Wow. Right after the Ahsoka leaks, we'll see Kanan. Oh, that's awesome. Well, thank you. No, look, I will say this. I'm very glad that I watched those episodes again when I was less angry. You know what I mean? Like, look, everybody has things that they struggle with. And real talk, like, I have, and this will probably come as a shock to you guys, actually. You know what I mean? This will probably come into a shock to you guys. I'll be right back. Give me 1 second. God damn it! Okay, so this will probably come as a shock to you guys, but I actually struggle with anger issues. I know. Probably didn't see that coming. That's probably unbelievable to most of you, okay? But I struggle with anger issues, okay? And so when I woke up early/late to the watch party, I was so enraged that I watched Kenobi. I sat on my couch and I watched Kenobi at like 1 a.m. And I was basically like, this show sucks. Show's dog shit. It's like a skunk juggling dirty diapers filled with kerosene. It's fucking, I can't believe this shit. But I knew. I was like, no. I was like, no. And I was like, no. So look, so I woke up in a much better mood. Had like 50 blinkers to the face. And I sat there and I watched it again. And I'm happy to report that I liked it. I actually liked it. Like, I know, like, no bullshit. No, nothing. Like, I actually liked it, and I was like, thank God. So, I'm glad you liked the video, Kalisto, and I'm glad that I watched the show again. Yeah. Okay. Cameron says, Reva's outfit looks really bad to me. Is she wearing tights with a leather poncho? It's so stupid to me. I don't really have a problem with her outfit necessarily, but yeah, I think honestly, real talk, all the Inquisitors look like shit. They literally look like dog shit. All of them. So, you know, it's okay, though. It's fine. Hey, we're okay. We're having a good time. Star Wars fucking celebration. It's Star Wars celebration. Okay. Jedi Jen says, people were saying Reva was one of the younglings, so she knew that Anakin was Vader because she saw him in the temple. Thoughts? Yes, that would make sense. And I think that is a possible explanation. And I look forward to learning more. And also, happy birthday to you. Darth Stewie says, thanks for all your fair criticism of Star Wars content. Instead of just hating on it to hate on it. It's what I'm here for, bro. Much love. Thank you, man. I'm trying. I think that, again, as I said before, it's pretty obvious that I'm pretty jaded at this point towards Lucasfilm, and I have major issues with what's going on. But I also totally recognize that a lot of that is like a me thing, right? Like, a lot of that is just me. You know, I had a phone call with Trev earlier, and you know, this is how you know I'm like way off on the deep end. When fucking Trev is the one that talks me down into being more open-minded and positive, you know shit's out of hand. Okay, that's inside baseball. You won't understand that unless you've been a member for a while. But basically, Trev is a butthole. You know what I mean? Like, we love him, but he is a big old butthole. And for Trev to be the one that's like, hey, man, that's where you know where we're at, okay? And when Trev said to me, and it's true, I don't know what to do with it inside my soul, but it is true. Star Wars is not Marvel. Star Wars is not Marvel. I don't know what to do with that exactly. I don't know what that's gonna. I don't know how that works. It's something. I'm feeling. I don't know. It's something. It's twisted. There's something going. I don't know. Okay. I'm gonna work it out. I'm gonna go sit on a couch. I'm gonna talk to some fancy degreed lady or dude. We're gonna work it out. But it is true. Star Wars is not Marvel, and I probably need to stop expecting Star Wars to act like Marvel. That's probably true. That's probably fair. You know? Okay, anyway. Let's keep going here. AJ says, can't wait to see Baby Frik spinoff. Oh, yeah, the Babu Frik spinoff would be straight fire, I gotta be honest. Angel Stark says, Obi is breaking my heart. Not gonna lie, it felt super uneven. It is uneven. Action sequences were goofy, and I hate myself for not liking Obi as much as I wanted to. No, you don't have to feel bad about it. Look, here's the thing. It is not the masterpiece that I thought it could have been. And I had to like kind of go through a grieving period with that as well. Because it's just not, dude. It's uneven. There's goofiness. It's not like fucking Stranger Things. You know what I mean? If I'm being honest. But it is really good for what it is. Like, it fits the character, the world, the vibe. Like, it's very successful in a lot of ways. And I found some moments in there that like warmed my heart and made me feel the love again. They made my cold, grumpy, old man heart feel things again. You know, Leia and Bail, that's some beautiful stuff in my opinion, you know? The very end of episode 2 where he's reaching out for Anakin, mind-blowing. Literally, the hair on my arm stood up. You know? That's what it's about. That's the good shit. But at the same time, I can't help it. I was expecting a little bit more. You know? So, it's all good. Let's see here. Lone Wolf Gaming with the 10 spot says, what do you think about Reva and Ahsoka knowing each other? And that's how Reva knows about Anakin, Obi-Wan, and Annie becoming Vader. Possibly. Yeah, I mean, sure. That is possible. That is possible. Yeah, I just don't like it, dude. You know, like I don't know what else to say. Like I just don't like it. I'm not a fan. I'm not gonna get super butthurt by it, but yeah. Grand Inquisitor getting stabbed in the stomach is the origin to how he gets so skinny in Rebels. Oh shit, is that why is his head gonna get all stretched out as well? And will his teeth cross in the front? So you're saying that Reva wasn't trying to kill him. She's trying to fix the prosthetics. Is that what you're saying? Okay. Okay, I like that. Angel says, I'll try rewatching because I was pissed priorly. Ooh. Yeah. Timothy Brock, welcome back to the Nerd Vengers. James Jawoki says, Mina is Ezra. Check Mina's Twitter. I know what he tweeted. And look, I would actually like it if Mina was Ezra. But I don't think so, man. Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, maybe. But I don't think so. Okay. Rob says, you see how Charles Murphy attacked me on Twitter? I posted in the Nerd Ventures Discord. No, I didn't see. But yeah, Charles, I actually had to mute Charles, man. He is wild on Twitter. And he's just like really rude to people for no reason. And I had to mute him because I was becoming enraged and I didn't want to type something out to him that I would regret. So, yeah. That is pretty wild. Okay. Let's hang in the chat for a little bit. Guys, I'm going to hang for like 10, 15 more minutes, and then we're getting out of here. We'll be back at it on Monday. I may do a video that will break down all the big announcements. Maybe there'll be some stuff tomorrow about Bad Batch or whatnot. And overall, I will just say... I'm way more frustrated than I'm letting on. I'm probably way more negative about Star Wars than I'm willing to share. And at the same time, try not to freak out because there are explanations for all of this. And it is still possible, however unlikely I might think, it is still possible that they turn this whole thing around and that Star Wars enters a new golden era of incredible content and super fun stuff. So, what happened to hour-long episodes? I don't think it was ever confirmed that they were hour-long. I think what people said was they're all around an hour. And yeah, I think that's pretty much... What was the second episode, like 40 or something like that? So, do you think we'll see Grand Admiral Thrawn in Ahsoka? I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know, bro. I wanted to say yes, and I know that Thrawn is coming, right? But I'm starting to get the feeling that Thrawn might be teased out, and we might not get him until like the second season of Ahsoka, which to me would be kind of a bummer. But yeah. Yeah, I don't know about that Obi Mish. I can't really speak to that. I will say this. The first time I watched the episodes, and I wonder if you guys had this experience as well. The first time I watched the episodes, there was like a compression thing going on. Like there were so many people accessing the file that like it kept glitching and chugging, and the CGI looked worse. Like all the files got compressed. When I watched it again later, all the CGI and stuff looked way better. But that first night when I watched it, it looked horrible, dude. You know what I mean? So, did you guys have that going on? It was like compressed, like it kept stuttering. There was a lot of glitching going on, you know what I mean? People just can't expect the Obi-Wan series for what it is, except too much. Wait, I'm not really sure what you're saying there, brother. Do I think it's an explanation can settle your feelings toward Reva? Look, I think that, honestly, I'm not even that bothered by Reva, if I'm being honest with you. It's not even Reva per se. It's the writing of characters around her. Like, again, I'm more upset that the Inquisitors, who I love, are like doofuses. You know what I mean? And, yeah. So, we'll see. I mean, look, Reva, to me, I think the problem is that they took this character and it's so obvious they want this character to be so important to the story and to the lore, right? And it's just coming across a little unearned and unauthentic to me, you know? Is some of that perhaps sort of because of things I've read about the ending and things like that? Sure, you know, I won't deny that. But also, like, they literally wrote in the script. Like, I just want you to think about this for a second. Despite how you feel about it, think about this for a second. Let's try to find some middle ground here. Let's try to find some middle ground. We almost realize that they wrote the character in a way that at the end of episode 2, in a really big moment, she basically stabs the Grand Inquisitor through the either stomach or chest. And even if he's not dead, the idea of this new character, Inquisitor we've never met, working behind his back, and then we come to a point where she stabs him in the stomach or chest. Like, can we just acknowledge that that's something they wrote down and they were like, yeah, Reva. You know what I mean? Like, how's that not a sort of power play for the character? How's that not supposed to? Because as a Star Wars fan, like, I think what that's meant to do, and if it was operating the best way, maybe, it would be like, oh, damn. Yo, Reva just took out the Grand Inquisitor? Yo, she's bad, bro. You know what I mean? Like, oh, shit, like, Reva just took out the Grand Inquisitor? Kanan and fucking Ezra were helpless to this guy. And Reva just takes him out. Damn, Reva's badass. But what it ends up feeling like is, fucking Reva, are you serious? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, they wrote that. You know what I'm saying? Like, they wanted you to know pretty soon, right away. Yo, this character is bad, bro. She's... yeah. So, again, your mileage may vary on how you feel about that. But there's no denying what they're doing with that character in the script. You know? So, we'll just have to wait and see. Okay, okay, so Nate says, why am I so concerned about Leia knowing Obi-Wan? What am I missing? Love you, bro. So, this has to do with this really old movie. You know, you may have seen it. It used to just be called Star Wars. Later dubbed the title A New Hope, okay? And in this old movie, Nate, called Star Wars, there was a princess. And the princess sent a message, hidden, coded message, to an old wizard that had served with her father during the old Clone Wars. And the tone of the message was of someone that had never met this old wizard, but knew him by reputation. And knew, therefore, that he was her only hope. And the problem is that now it feels like she was either... It just feels like the message that she sent, the one that was replayed for nostalgia value in The Last Jedi, it lacks context now. It doesn't feel like an organic through line of story that all makes sense. It feels like, why didn't she say, Obi-Wan, years ago you saved my ass from the Inquisitors. Now I need your help again. Do you know what I mean? So, again, mileage may vary. I'm not saying you have to agree with me. But that's why. Austin Boyd with a $5 hollow says, I think Reva is a solid character. She's written to be annoying, and I think it's working. She's destined to serve herself. She's destined to serve herself for the Empire. That's cool, man. I'm glad you like her. Almighty Saiyan says, my only issue with the show is how does Reva know Anakin is Vader? Nobody should know that at all. Biggest issue for me. Yes. Mr. Boner says, I can forgive the Reva stabbing the Grand Inquisitor long as he is still alive. If he is dead, then they have really lost me on Reva's character. Yeah. That's fair. Yeah. Yeah. So, your mileage may vary. You know? And I think, you know, the thing that's going to be so fun about this is that, you know, we'll see. We'll see how reasonable the discussion is around this. But I certainly don't feel... Oh man, I don't even know how to say what I'm trying to say here. It's like this. I feel as though if you have problems with Reva, there will be a bunch of people that are going to try to tell you why you really have problems with Reva. And I look forward to that. That is going to be pretty enjoyable. You know what I mean? So... Because, you know, we live in this day and age, guys, where it's all nuanced. And usually when we discuss these things, we keep the most positive image of the people that we're talking to in mind as we do this. You know, we expect and we present the best version of how people view these things. You know, it's certainly not a internet thunderdome out there. So it's just another added layer of excitement and positivity when it comes to Star Wars celebration. Okay, We Clear says Leia knows who Ben Kenobi is when Luke comes to rescue her. She doesn't hesitate. She knows of him as Ben, so there's some prior relationship. Leia knows who Ben is when Luke comes to rescue her. She doesn't hesitate. She knows him as Ben, so there's some prior relationship. Yeah, but people call him Obi-Wan right in front of her. Kumal's character says right in front of her, Obi-Wan. You know what I mean? Mando says, could Kenobi mind trick Leia to forget he's a Jedi? I wish Lucasfilm would mind trick me into thinking that they never talked about all these different fucking movies. You've got slates. You've got slated dates. What is you doing? Anyway. Okay, that's enough. That's enough positive Star Wars content for today. How did I do? Babu Frik, you cute little fucker. Oh, Babu Frik, you cute little fucker. Oh, man. Oh, no, he said his name was Ben. Look, I'm not trying. Here's the other thing about this. I don't love getting into all of these discussions because do you know what Star Wars fans are like? Star Wars fans are like this. What did you think about this? And then you say what you think about it. And then they say, well, here's all the reasons you shouldn't think that. Here's all the mental gymnastics and pamphlets and fucking calendars and art books that I read 6 years ago that make sense. By the way, have you read this novel? That's what talking to Star Wars fans is like. Oh, what do you think about that? Oh, wait, before you finish, here's why you're fucking wrong. Here's what you actually think. Here's why you actually think it. And here's 13 different reasons from the art book calendar from 13 years ago that make it make sense. They have 2 stomachs, didn't you know? They have 2 stomachs. I'm done. I can't do it anymore. Okay. So, Babu Frik? Babu Frik? Babu Frik? Babu Frik? Oh, God. Okay, anyways, much love to you all. It's not the end of the world. It's just the pop culture IP that made me fall in love with science fiction. It's going to be okay, guys. It's going to be okay. Much love to you all. I appreciate you guys being here. Plenty of dope things to come. More Kenobi. I'll see you guys soon. Is everybody gone? Did everybody leave? Leave. You know, I'm gonna be completely honest. You know, as far as how I thought this stream could have gone, and like a worst case scenario versus a best case scenario, I'd say we did pretty good. I'd say we did pretty good, man. I'm on the struggle bus, guys. You know, I'm Babu Frik. Babu Frik. Babu Frik. Babu Frik. Babu Frik. Babu Frik.